Hello everybody, it's Lurgs here. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to save you time and money. And today it's the Audi A1 Sportback 2019 model. It's the fuse box locations and how to check the fuses. This is the Audi A1 here, and I'll show you the two that I've got and where the other one might be located. Open the driver's door and the first fuse box is around this area here. Now there might be one behind this panel. If you've got a dashboard removal tool, use that. If not, you can use a screwdriver, but don't use it on its own. Always wrap it in a rag, otherwise you can damage the fascia. So put the rag around the screwdriver, just push that in and twist it and just bend it until it pops out. Once it pops out a tiny bit, you can then get your fingers around it and just pop the whole thing away. Obviously this is much easier with two hands. I'm filming with one and using the other hand. Now on this particular model there aren't any fuses on this side panel here, but you can see them down there inside, and we access that from the front panel here. Again, this just pops out, so just get your fingers all around it, or if you've got a dashboard removal tool, use that. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about the OBD2 port location on this Audi A1. Now just keep levering this front panel until it just pops away. Again, this is much easier using two hands. And there we can see some fuses and relays in there. Now there's no actual fuse removal tool to pull these out. The fuse removal tool is in the engine bay fuse box area if you need the fuse box removal tool. If not, you can just use a pair of long nose pliers. Now I'll show you how to test a fuse when we get to the engine bay fuse box. Whilst I'm putting this panel back on, there's a link above now about the battery location and how to check the battery on this Audi A1. Let's just put the side panel back in. Just line it up and then just push it home. Make sure it's underneath the rubber at the front there on the pillar, and then it just pops in. Okay, now let's go to the engine bay fuse box. You need to open the bonnet or the hood, and there's a link above now about how to do that. And the engine fuse box location is up here on the right hand side. Now we've got two tabs, one at the front here, so just squeeze it inwards and lift it slightly. And there's one at the back which is exactly the same, so just squeeze that inwards and then just lift the lid off. And there are some more fuses and relays. Now the fuse removal tool is on the back of the lid, so just turn that over. Again, if you haven't got this or it's been lost, you can use a pair of long nose pliers. So to test them old school, you can just squeeze this over one of the fuses. There's a link above now about how to test fuses without actually having to remove them using a multimeter. That's really handy. This just goes over the fuse here and then just pull it out. As you can see, this one's in great condition, it's not burnt. If it is failed, that connection in the middle will be broken, so just push it back in with your finger. Don't forget to put the fuse removal tool back, and then we can put the lid back on. And then I'll show you where the final fuse box location might be on your particular model. It all depends how many gadgets and electronics you've got on your car, and it also depends whether it's a left or right-handed drive vehicle. But before I show you the next one, I'm just going to stop for a quick cup of tea. If you're going to be following any of my how-to videos, always have a lovely cup of tea. Okay, this is on a right-hand drive model, and the final fuse box location might be in the glove box here, and according to the manual it should be just underneath this SD reader, but obviously on mine we haven't got one. And there's a link above now about how to adjust the steering wheel on this Audi A1. If you found that video useful, please subscribe by pressing this button down here so you don't miss more videos on how to save you time and money. If there's any other useful videos around here, then please select those now. Thank you for visiting my channel, everyone. I really appreciate it.